Hi, hi, hi. How are the ringmasters doing tonight? Can you hear me? I think you can. Oh, there's a ringing in my ear. It stopped. Hello, hello, hello. I was listening to that. That's okay. I can go back to the starting soon screen if you like. All is right with the world. Is it? Hello, hello, hello. How's your jaw? Is there something wrong with my jaw? What's wrong with my jaw? What's wrong with my jaw?
Hi, Milanya! Missed Youuuuuuuuuu. It always seems like you're leaving us for a long time. At least once a month now, nya? Nya.
Once a month? My CPU died last month. That is true. That is true. That is true. Thank you, Centipede. Yeah, I've had so much bad luck recently, haven't I? I think I got sick, and then my CPU fried. Yeah, Subnautica. And then my CPU fried. And then I wiped my PC, so I didn't have anything. Yeah, that is true. Who's Joe, and what's wrong with him? What? What do you mean? Alan, thank you so much for becoming a ringmaster. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Time for the bad tide to turn. Man, I don't think so. I feel like I just have consistent and never-ending bad luck. Maybe that's just who I am now. I should just never be excited for anything. Voice sounds a little deeper. I am very low energy and in a lot of pain all the time. That's fun. The Dark Lord's strongest soldier.
But how are you feeling now? You didn't get rushed to the hospital, did you?
I was in hospital. I'm out now. I was there for I think like 24 hours or something, overnight. Bad luck comes in threes, really? Because for the last decade, I've had nothing but bad luck. What was I saying? Did you get in contact with the Moroccan lady for a talisman? She did make me a talisman. I don't know if I want to commit to a tattoo, to be honest. But if that'll help me, perhaps. Perhaps I'm on my way to get a tattoo. She did. What was I talking about? The hospital. I went in. They gave me an IV, which is what they always do. I got a muscle relaxant. Yeah. I think I went just as I was having my flare-up. Or at least when it reached its peak. Or at least the start of it. She's cursed. That's what I keep saying, but 2 psychics have told me I'm not cursed. I just attract negative energy. She did make it, yeah. Gems and cleansing soap. Well, I'm not crazy enough to start gems. But I am gonna do a cleansing ritual when I feel better. But, what was I saying? I don't know. Yeah, I'm just in a lot of pain. I managed to go just before my flare-up, so they sent me home with a bunch of muscle relaxants and painkillers. So that has made the last few days bearable. 2 what? 2? Where would this tattoo be? I don't know. What would be a good spiritual area to put it? To live in a current state of sage burning. Yeah. Mama Clown said she's gonna cleanse the house when I feel better. We'll do it together. Have you tried going to a church? No. I'm not a religious person. A J.O. Crystal will bless you. Oh, 2 sidekicks. Yes. Well, one of them was Alias Anono's Korean psychic, and the other one was a Moroccan one. Left wrist. Isn't the wrist like the most painful part to get tattooed? Not religious yet. Yeah, if bad stuff keeps happening. Perhaps my next point of call, other than the moon, will be a higher power. A benefice. Yeah. Chakras. I guess the place would be around the stomach. Oh. But where around the stomach? A womb tattoo? I don't think it would look like a womb tattoo because of the way the tattoo looked. Korean? Actually, I actually don't know if they're Korean. Oh no, I've made a racism. I actually don't know. I just know she's a what is she? Psychic? What is she? What does she call her? A psychic, right? You just assume Alias is Korean. A shaman. There we go. There we go. A shaman. I've spoken to the Anono shaman, family shaman. Yeah, Alias is Korean, so everyone she knows is... Yeah, I think that's what my brain did. I just assumed. My bad. Clown time is always best time. Hello, hello, hello. A medium? I don't know if she's a medium. I think a shaman just covers all the bases. I don't actually know the difference between a psychic. I guess a medium speaks to dead people, right? A shaman, a psychic, and a medium. I don't know. A witch doctor? What do they do? I assume they're just another shaman. It's like a fortune teller. That's the word. Thank you, Sarah. Fortune teller. What does she know? I'm just kidding. Don't curse me. Don't curse me. I'm already going through so much. I've completely forgotten my trail of thought. Would love to be locked in that padded room with you. It's quite nice and comfy, I agree. Peaceful and quiet. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't remember. A spiritualist? No, before that. Anyway, either way, both of the shaman slash psychic slash medium slash witch doctors said I wasn't cursed. I just attract negative energy. And you know, I want to believe it, but when 2 people tell you you're psychic, no, sorry, when 2 people tell you that you're probably not cursed, you just bring in negative energy. I start to believe them. Yeah, I'm just in a lot of pain. All my muscles hurt to move, but I have to move, ironically. Otherwise it'll get worse. But my joints swell up. At the hospital, they just told you you're good to go home. Well, hospitals are like the emergency room is just to stabilize you. Once you're stabilized, they send you home to continue your treatment with your GP. It's not like a point of treatment. And because this is not new to me, I haven't had a flare-up in a long time. So I guess it's overdue, but it's disappointing. Did someone say curse? Weren't you supposed to uncurse me, Danhausen? Been able to hug the chickens? I can't do that, it hurts. But sometimes I look at them from the window. Any advice on dispersing that energy? No. They haven't really done that. They tell you the thing, but they don't give you the solution, right? Take work off? I've been working from home. Well, today was my first day back working from home. I was just working from bed. mostly, and sleeping. Just going through my emails because I know I'm gonna have a nightmare when I come back. You are uncursed Mayhemhausen. Hopefully it works this time. Thank you, Danhausen. Thank you, thank you. My poor Victorian sick child, indeed. But yeah, I thought I was doing good. I survived summer. And usually I'm quite sensitive to the sun. But now I'm just super lethargic. My muscles hurt. My joints hurt. Sometimes my hair hurts. That's the weird one. You know how hard it is to explain to someone your hair hurts? I'm like, no, I can't move. My hair hurts. Time to order Danhausen. Is Danhausen on Cameo? Really? 20 human dollars. A friend of mine has rheumatoid arthritis. Same thing. You need to keep moving despite the pain. Yeah. Which is really annoying. Because it's like my muscles seize up. Which is why they give you the relaxant. But my muscles completely seize up. And moving them hurts. There's nothing they can really do. You just have to wait out the flare-up. Yeah. I know people have their condition triggered by different things. Mine seems to be stress-related. I can't say I've had my hair hurt. It's more your scalp, but like even touching your hair hurts your scalp to the point that you're like, ow, 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 ow. He's on... I didn't know he was on Cameo. I'll have to see how much he charges. Movement is paradoxically better in many cases. I know, but it sucks. Because it hurts so much. So Mama Clown has been moving me into the garden. And I just kind of sit there. I'm like, can I come inside now? No. How long did it last time? A couple of weeks, I think. A couple of weeks. I think the longest I've had it last, this was many, many years ago, was months. Maybe 2 or 3 months. And like straight. That was horrible. Do you tie your hair tight? No, it's like my hair's not even tied up, it's down. But no one can touch me because everything hurts. I'm already quite sensitive. If you like squeeze my arm, I'm like, ow! But it gets worse when I'm having a flare-up. Really, there's nothing you can do but cry a lot. And take drugs. But I can't really do much. Rocking chair. Nope, that hurts too. I just sit there. I just shuffle around. I hate it. It sucks. It sucks. Oh well. No touching it. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'll cry. But yeah. It is what it is. A sensitive widow princess? No. No, I'm in physical pain. You being sensitive physically sounds like my former co-worker. Did they have lupus? Hi, clown girl. Hello, hello. Did you eat well? I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. I tried to eat a few times, but I just immediately puke. So, dry toast. Sometimes soups. Cough drops. I've been living off like sugary cough drops. Hope we can make you a bit of comfort during this dark time. You are my light in the dark. You're the princess and the pea, mine is the mattresses. Yeah. I think that's always been a joke in my family. I'm like the princess and the pea. I'm sensitive to everything, but it just gets worse. But I hope my flare-up is over soon. Because it hurts. And I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I mean, to be fair though, now that everything hurts, my ear doesn't hurt as much. I closed my eyes and when I opened them, I was an emo. Yeah. May I ask how they caught you? This was this was a self-submission. I put myself in here. Mira needs to star in an episode of House. It's always lupus. My butthole is itchy, Mr. House. Check her for lupus. The short, the house shorts for, I am still taking the roids. I am. Do you know what's funny? I didn't, it happened a few nights ago. I was lying in bed and I was like, what's that sound? I had never heard the sound of my air purifier because I'd been so congested. So the steroids are working. They're definitely working because I didn't know that because my air purifier, I hear it when it goes on to like turbo mode to clean the room, but I didn't know that it had like a normal functioning sound. I was super congested. I was walking around the room as well, like, what is that? Where is that noise coming from? And then I went to one of the air purifiers and I let down and I was like, oh my god, I can hear it. I thought it was broken like that evening. I was like, oh no, maybe it broke and that's why I can hear it. And then I realized it was the next day. And I was like, damn, it's like an AC. No, it's like a low hum. Like just like a kind of noise. And I'd never heard that. Did they not have a medication? No. Not really. Just things to make you feel okay-ish. Unfortunately, when your body attacks itself, it attacks anything and everything. Sometimes people have a lot of issues with their kidneys. Knock on wood, I don't have issues with my kidneys. Yeah, people have different things. Like, my main thing seems to be joints and muscle. Those are the things that really get me. I knew a girl that would get stomach stuff. She would get like stomach ulcers because of her lupus. It was a whole thing. Yeah, all the meds basically, all the meds assist in the lupus attacking you. It kind of sucks, yeah. It does suck. There's like alternative therapies sometimes. She's hearing colors now. I do hear colors now. Bug that spits in your eye. Please don't. Thank you for the follow. Do you get wounds? I don't heal as well when I cut myself or something. It takes a little longer to heal than normal. But it's not like, yeah, it's not too bad. My main thing is my joints and my muscles. Hope and pray you don't have issues with your kidneys. I mean, fingers crossed. I mean, all the medications I take probably at some point will affect my livers and kidneys, but not at that. My friend's mom has wounds. I didn't even know that was a thing. I know my what is it? Healing? Because even if I get sick, it takes me longer to heal from like a cold. And same with like cuts or bruises and stuff. I didn't know you could get like open wounds. That one sounds like it sucks. First mirror date to the psych ward. Excuse me, I've been in the psych ward at least 5 times. My own sweat giving me a rash. Oh damn, you're allergic to sweat? No, I get it. Mine attacks my digestive tract. I'm just fortunate to have a medication that softens the pain issue. Downside, it kills my immune system. Immune system issues are a circle, aren't they? They're like, this will make you feel better, but are making it worse. Yeah, absolutely. Diabetic people's nightmare. Oh gosh. But having both does sound like a nightmare. My dad blew out his liver due to constantly taking painkillers back when he worked. I thought you meant back when they worked. I'm like, they don't work anymore? Yeah, you gotta be really careful. When you take a considerable amount of meds. They do check your kidneys like every 3 to 6 months just to see how it's going. That's why they're like, hey, if you can avoid it, don't take them. So I generally only take muscle relaxants and painkillers when I am having an active flare-up. Otherwise, otherwise, yeah. I do take medications in general, but those ones I try to avoid. So I always live with some level of pain. It just ramps up a lot when you have a flare-up. I meant first date will be in the psych ward. Ah, second date. You missed the first one. That's why I fear medication, because everything has some sort of side effects. Yeah, that is true. I get scared of the uncommon side effects just because I know how unlucky I am. Because then you're like, oh, knowing my luck. But I think, I don't know. I feel like I don't feel stressed. Usually it flares up with stress. I don't know. Maybe I've been worrying too much, but I haven't felt like stress. I think that's why I thought I was sick. Because usually I'd be like, oh no, I'm having a flare-up. But I didn't feel like I was in a bad place. So I didn't think about it. I don't know. Have you been taking care of your gut health? I don't think it's related. I don't know. Like what? My duck had to increase the dose because my immune system was actually fighting the medication. That's crazy. That's how you get like super immunity. What'll happen if I get off it? Yeah, exactly. That's so scary. I sometimes joke that I'm turning myself into foie gras. How? Why? I miss you, Queen Mira. I'm right here, Goku. Hello, hello. Stress can be pretty invisible. I feel like I know when I'm stressed. No? I feel like I know when I'm stressed. Usually I feel stressed, but I didn't feel stressed. Maybe I felt tired because I wasn't sleeping that much. I guess a lot of stuff did end up just falling on top of me towards the end there. Maybe. Maybe I didn't even have time to register that I was stressed before it triggered. And it sucks because being sick makes me stressed. I'm back in a circle. You don't come off that you're stressed. I certainly hope not. It really snuck up on you out of nowhere. Yeah, I just thought I was gonna get sick. And then, yeah. And then instead I'm dying. Been a week since I first and last joined a stream. But I'm hoping you feel much better and things feel stabilized so you can be whimsical. Thank you so much, caramelized flan. Flan. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind some custard. A juicy Kransky with sauerkraut. Hope you can at least goon. No. No. My brain hurts. Everything hurts. I don't know. I can't, like, focus. I mostly sleep as well. Like, I sleep maybe, like, 18 hours a day. But it's not really sleep either. I still wake up tired and lethargic. Want us to sneak into your house chicken for you? Yes, please. I almost had a house chicken. Almost had 2 house chickens. Papa Clown. Well, Mama Clown wanted those
Time for me to
brown...
get back to work, but just wanna say that I know your pain a tad bit. Unfortunately, I got sick during the last day of Anime Expo this past Sunday and it's been tough the past few days. Even earlier at the start of my shift I was huffing and wheezing. I'll see you and the other Ringmasters later and hope you feel better soon, kitten.
Ugh, you ruined it at the end. Thank you, Centipede. I hope you feel better soon. You got that con cough. You caught something at Expo, Anime Expo. Goon with arthritis. No, get some custard as a treat. I'm not hungry. Thank you, Thiago. I forgot what I was saying.
Sneak up? Looking back, you kinda had early signs showing.
Really?
With the ears hurting, then the migraines, and when the
Yeah.
CPU situation struck, you started feeling flu-like symptoms. I'm taking notes for the future when these things pop up again.
Oh,
Writing
shit.
hand emoji.
You're right. Hindsight is 2020. I didn't even know. I didn't even make the correlation. I didn't realize I've been sick for so long. Oh. I didn't realize. Has it been that long? Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess I have been like sick, feeling sick for like the last month. Maybe it just was bad timed with my ENT appointment. Ah. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't even notice that. Thank you, Flayed. I hope you survive. I hope so too. That was probably actually sickness too. Yeah, I don't know. She was too locked in to view the whole picture. I don't know. Maybe it's just, it feels like a different trend. I don't know. When you're sort of always sick, you don't notice it. Exactly. That's like when you're always in pain, you don't really notice pain. You're just always in pain. CPU definitely caused a decent amount of stress. That is true. Yeah. And I've been worried about Mama Clown, and I've been worried about what I'm gonna do. Yeah. It probably was. What was I saying? Oh, my chickens. Mama Clown wanted those pretty brown chickens with white spots, but we couldn't find any. So they got some light brown chickens, kind of like champagne colored chickens. And the old chickens are bullying them. I don't know why. They think they're top shit. But they're so sweet. And Papa Clown was like, maybe they can stay inside for a few days. And I was like, ah. And then Mama Clown was like, absolutely not. They're gonna make a mess. And he was like, ugh, fine. So he had to make a temporary coop for them so that they can see each other but not interact. And hopefully in a few days they'll be okay with each other. But that one brown chicken is so mean. I guess he's the boss. Because I always see... Yeah, chickens do have a pecking order. I think he's the boss because I always see him biting other chickens on the butt. But yeah, they were bullying them. They were chasing them around. No, we don't have roosters. We only have hens. They're only younger than them by like a couple of weeks, if even. Maybe a week max. But yeah, they have like a hierarchy situation. So when we added them in, that one was not he. Sorry. I don't know. They are so mean. I don't know. They're all females. There's no roosters, but I sometimes call him a he. Chickens don't care about your gender. Chickens have a pecking order is such a great end to a joke. Hey Mira, it's been a while. Hello Paige, how have you been? They just need to be separated for a bit. Yeah, so they can see each other, but they have their own section of the coop. But I want to hug them, but I can't. I want to hug the new chickens because they're so sweet. I only like hugging the black chickens and the champagne-colored chickens. The brown chickens always seem... I don't know, like mean girls. I don't know how to explain it. They have an attitude. I don't want to hug the ones with a bitchy attitude. Mira out here misgendering chickens. The chickens don't care. Sounds like life as a chicken is rough out there. Apparently, yeah. But we also have a rooster. No rooster, thankfully. Which should be singing in an hour. That's why we don't have a rooster. Have you thought about the chicken diapers? I don't think Papa Clown would even allow it. I've been good. I was on holiday, then I was busy, and now I'm here. Been like a month since I caught a Mira stream. Your streak is gone. 50% of awesome is still Oz, because I believe people owning hens are cool and sweet. Mama Clown wanted them. But I just like hugging them. I think last time you mentioned they were a little iffy on being hugged by you too. Yeah, it was always the brown chickens. I don't know why. And when I walk in, they kind of like mug me. They mean mug me. He hen. That's cute. I like that. The only roosters in the circus are the ringmasters. Yeah. Cock-a-doodle-doo, am I right? Protect them in your stomach, they'll be safe there. No, they're so cute. I'm not eating my chickens. The brown chickens probably start snapping and doing dances from West Side Story. Yes, I had like a 20 stream streak. It is long gone. You can start again. You can start again. But yeah, I want to hug the chickens. I just want to hug them so bad. Let me hug them. Let me love them. They like getting head scratches, and if you scratch them in the right place, their eyes close, they go. It's so cute when they close their eyes while
we
you're
are the
scratching
roosters
their head.
strutting around trying to get the attention of the cutest hag, I mean hen. Mira.
Hag. Hag! Don't you think you should be flattering me while I'm saying... telling me I'm beautiful, calling me a hag. Thank you, Flayed. You just want to squish them and hug them. I want to hug Mira so bad. I'm not a chicken. I mean, I guess I technically am. I'm scared of everything. Hag to full? That's not a compliment. I've never been around chickens much. The one time I did, I played Melodica, and the rooster decided I was the greatest thing ever? Really? No, Papa Clown would never sanction a rooster. The nation would never get it approved. Okay, hag, complimentary. No, that doesn't change it. You're the most beautiful hag. This is really mean. I keep having these weird dreams. I think it's because I keep falling asleep listening to like YouTube and stuff. I had a dream about making a Mira Mayheme outfit out of latex. Which is weird because I've only ever watched how to do that. But it felt so real. I felt like I had actually done that. And when I woke up, I was like... in my mind, I had a latex Mira Mayheme outfit. Like this exact outfit, but everything was made out of latex, which would go hard. But, I don't know, I guess I hallucinated it. And I hallucinated and signed up for a belly dancing class. So that's coming up. It came to you in a dream, yeah. I was having, I had a dream that I was an archaeologist. And I made a discovery. I found Cleopatra's tomb. That would be cool. Latex, like full body IRL stream. Joking, unless. I'd need to commission one. I'm cold. Thank you for putting my jacket back on. No, I don't want to yawn again. I don't want to go back to sleep. I'm not tired yet. Please, 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 please. Let's make the belly dance class real. No. I signed up. I don't know why. My brain told me that I had to when I woke up, so I did. Came to you in a dream. I came to you in a dream. Not the wet dreams. The circus wet dreams. Miracroft, get on it, artist. In latex? EP Mira. No. I think you've been playing too much Tomb Raider. No, it's because I've been watching National Geographic. Or, well, listening to National Geographic, not actively watching. I watched so many of the listened to so many of the mega episodes, which are like 2-3 hours each. Mhm. Mostly on ancient Egypt, sometimes the Mayans, occasionally the Romans, but the Romans are kind of boring. All those mummy documentaries and the mummy rewatches. Yeah, I fell asleep to the mummy numerous times. Any cool discoveries in the docks? The Mayan one that I linked in the Discord is pretty cool. Because they found this structure. What did they call it? San something? I don't know what they named it. But it wasn't even hidden. I guess most of these structures look hidden. Yes.
Mira is sick.
Okay, it's not gonna finish it? No, that's good. Are you gonna finish it? No. Alright, no, that's fine. Aliens. I'll finish it. Aliens. Thank you, Flayed. For the Mayan one. Yeah, so a lot of the structures, they use... Is it LiDAR? LiDAR or LADAR? I think it's LiDAR, right? They use LiDAR a lot, because they can see stuff through the overgrowth, the grass, the trees. There's a lot of stuff hidden. LiDAR? I think the TTS only reads the custom text, but the aliens on that one is part of the template. Ah, okay, well that makes sense then. Thank you, Mira, for finishing it for me. You're welcome, I got you. If you need help finishing, just let me know. LiDAR.
I once dreamed of fighting zombies and my head got decapitated, and it changed my perspective from first person to Resident Evil fixed camera from where my head landed, and I can still control my body. So you know, fun.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be one of your puns. That's just an actual dream you had. I mean, that kind of sounds fun though. The last part sounds fun. Thank you, James. A lot of stuff isn't actually hidden. People just don't want to accept. Maybe knew what they were doing. A lot of stuff isn't actually hidden. Just don't want to accept. Maybe. What do you mean? You're gonna need to expand on that. But they use LiDAR in a lot of areas to find stuff. And a lot of the stuff isn't even in overgrowth. So this one was just under grass. You can see like the ridges. It was just like this hill. It looks like a hill of dirt and grass. But they start excavating it because of the LiDAR. Because you can see like little trails for like ramps and stuff. But it changes the way they saw Mayan civilization. Because they assumed they started as like when they started, it was like a small groups in different areas. But this proved that there was, because this was built big enough for like ceremonies. Well, they assume it was for ceremonies because it could hold like 10,000 people, if not more. So it had been used for ceremonies. And there was like a little thing there. They found a dead body in one of the caverns who would have been buried there while they were building this area. And next to it, they found holes where they were getting all the stone and the dirt for the thing. Isn't that interesting? Like in the area, and then the 2 ramps. They would use the ramps they built to get all the stuff up there. Some ancient secrets are hiding in plain sight. Yeah, and apparently this would be the oldest Mayan stuff that they found ever. So it changes their timeline of things. Obviously, they're still excavating and searching. But they also found, like, little groups, like, in the area. Not in the immediate area, but, you know, around this location. So people would have lived in, like, these sort of neighborhood structures or, like, city structures and would come to the main place for the ceremonies. They also found, like, a hydro... Apparently, the Mayans were really good at hydroponics. Hydroponics? They knew how to like control water and stuff, so they managed to build like a waterfront area in front of the ceremony thing. There was like, it would have been like a waterfront area which they figured out how to control. And they have like proof of the little remnants that they have there. They also found a location that they believe might be a cemetery. Because, you know, bodies. But it changes. No, they said hydroponics. They didn't say aqua. They used the word hydro, but I don't remember the second part of the word. Hydro something. This is on the Mind documentary. Yeah, because those mega documentaries are basically 3 documentaries stitched together. Instead of like you watching one and then finding another one, they're just together for you. So like 3 documentaries that have something in common. They put them all together. Mexico City is built in a lagoon, so that says a lot. Yeah, the Aborigines in Australia are like 40,000-year-old too. It's really interesting. So it has changed. I mean, they're obviously still excavating and figuring everything out and seeing what they can find. They found like pottery and things like that, but it proves that they were well ahead of what was assumed at the time. It changes their timeline of when they believe the Mayans were there. I'm still indebted to the Incas for creating potato. Dude, when I went to South America, there's so many potatoes I've never tried in my life. They have so many potatoes. 3 documentaries in a trench coat, yeah. That was really interesting. I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed the ones with LiDAR. There was also a show about... I think it was still the Mayans. In the forest, there's a lot of Mayan temples and roads that they would have used to trade with each other. But they're all covered in overgrowth and stuff. And corn. I don't think I tried any different corn. I definitely tried so many different potatoes. It's crazy realizing how different the world was before the Columbian Exchange. Yeah, the Mayans do be eating good. Chocolate, popcorn, and many other yummy stuff. They were also... I mean, it's quite interesting. I mean, same with ancient Egypt. You've got to wonder how much manpower went into this stuff. How long would it have taken to build? Years, surely. Hello, Nostalgia! I used your GSUPS code recently. Oh, thank you, thank you. What did you get? What'd you get? Hi, Daniel. Hello, hello. Italian food? Imagine it without tomatoes. It's cute. Listen to me or geek out on ancient civilizations. I like Mayans, Aztec. I think in ancient Egypt. Those are my top 3. I think ancient Egypt will definitely be above that, but... and then I watched some on ancient Egypt, or listened to some about ancient Egypt. I think... I watched one about Anaxinamun, who was Tutankhamun's wife and sister. Child, right? I also watched one about a female pharaoh, but I can't remember her name. But basically, if you look through ancient Egypt, if you look through the records of female pharaohs, it wasn't common. They would rather have a female pharaoh than have someone not from that bloodline, if that makes sense. And a lot of female pharaohs would have themselves depicted as men in artwork. They wouldn't have like feminine features. But there was a female pharaoh that had titties. I don't think it was Hatshepsut. I don't think it was her. It was a H name as well, but it wasn't that name because it was someone who took her name. It had Hammond something, I think. No, it wasn't Nefertiti, no. So it must have royal bloodline. I mean, yes and no. I mean, it was politically motivated at the end of the day, but if it could be kept within that family bloodline, Hatsune Miku, yeah, probably. It was really cool. But yeah, she was depicted as a woman. She had titties in her ancient Egypt stuff. Ancient Egypt spanned a long time. I also watched a bit about Sudan. ancient Egypt had a huge presence in like Sudanese. Like it got to the point that as never yes, it got to the point that as ancient Egypt was like, you know, turning away from their gods, the Sudanese Egyptians were like still heavily involved in the religion, and they were still building pyramids and stuff. I also watched something about Imhotep. Yeah. I was like, I know that guy. They brought up Imhotep and I was like, I know him. He's in the mummy. They believe they found his tomb. Titties, you say? I'm always down to talk about titties. The House of Habsburg. Oh no, I'm familiar with the House of Habsburg. What was he up to back in the day? He was one of the Pharaoh's most respected advisors. He was very high ranking. His tomb is kind of all fucked up. I don't know if they confirmed it was him. Imhotep. But he was a healer. And his tomb was filled with crocodiles. Interesting. And the ancient Egyptians would reuse pyramids a lot, or reuse tombs, because they believed that, like, hey, let's say hypothetically, I died, and I was entombed, and you gave me a lot of fancy stuff to be entombed with, like my little dolls of servants and my I don't know, crocodiles or something to help me in the afterlife. If you passed away, you'd be like, well, if you bury me in Mira's tomb, I can also use the stuff that she was buried with, so I'll also have a cruisy time in the afterlife. Crocodiles, was that for one of the gods they believed in, or just for fun? Yeah, it was one of the gods. So there was a tomb they found that was full of 6 crocodile heads, which was apparently never seen before. Usually it was crocodiles, but they believe that the logic was probably that the person that was entombed there hoped that he would have a crocodile head, like one of the gods. Mira would never perish. No, that was the same Imhotep. Oh, I don't know. Was he also an architect? I'm not sure. They spoke mostly about the healing. Anaxenamun was also... Anaxenamun lived like 100 years after Imhotep, and she was married to one of the pharaohs. So she was a real person too, just not exactly how it was. That was in the documentary, wasn't it? I think so. I watched a few. I don't know if it was in that one or if it was in an attached one that I listened to. And then they spoke about King Ramses II. They were looking for his tomb. Well, they were looking for high-ranking people that worked for him. And he had over 100 children! I always try and do the math when I hear that. Like, how long did he live? Was he just banging everyone? Surely some of those kids weren't his. But I assume if you got pregnant by him, your life would be set. Cause like, I mean, let's say you have like 5 kids max with a woman, maybe 10 kids. He would have to have had a harem of sorts. I don't know how many people he had in his harem. Egyptian weapons are really interesting to me too. Ancient Egyptian weaponry. I think pharaohs took concubines as well. Yeah, I'd like to know more about that and how much. But the problem was that every time a new pharaoh would take over that wasn't part of that bloodline, generally they would erase everything that happened before. Like that one pharaoh that wanted everything to be a sun god, so changed everything to have a sun god on it. King Ramses was putting buns in the oven like a different Ramsey. Gordon Ramsay. Hello, Nue. But yeah, he had 100 kids. And like, obviously, you have 100 kids. There's going to be some political unrest. Because one of them's going to be like, I want to be Pharaoh. But he gave his kids all high-ranking positions so that they wouldn't feel the need to be pharaoh because they were already pretty, you know, up there. I mean, but 100 kids, surely you run out of titles. You are the Secretary General of the Water Division. Like, I don't know. He was so infamous they made a law for him because people kept claiming that he's their dad. That's what I'm saying. We have an actor here in the Philippines who had 100 kids. That's crazy. Practice safe sex. I don't know. That sounds insane. 100 kids. Mira's better than him. We're getting up there. Bro is hitting Genghis Khan numbers. Strong bloodline and many heirs to the throne. Yeah, he was like, oh, at least I'll be safe. But once he died, imagine how everything fell apart. Everyone would want the right to the throne. You're just throwing darts at the wall at that point. Yeah, if you're having like, you're like, oh damn, I don't have enough money this week for crocodile dung. You just go to the palace and you're like, oh, do you remember me, King Ramses? Nah, best call me the WWE because I'm going in raw. Save, no, we need you to test the waters and tried all the experiments on us, Mira. Imagine the STDs. Yeah. Actually, do you think they had STDs? I Google. STDs, ancient Egypt? They were rare. Oh, however, texts and bones did show they still happened. Ancient doctors wrote about secret diseases. Genital infections and painful urination. This was likely gonorrhea. Also, herpes and chlamydia. But that wasn't written about. They found that by scanning mummies, apparently. Interesting. Interesting. They wouldn't be acknowledged, I imagine. They'd be like, yeah, after you sleep with 100 women, peeing out blood is normal. Peeing out blood is fine. I'd be interested. Maybe I might look into that. Sex in ancient Egypt. I'd be interested to know how open they were about it. Because they obviously had deities, but they didn't have, like, religious implications. It'll go away with one more night, trust. Secret diseases like we're doing DLC now. 1/4 of modern Asia can trace their lineage to Genghis Khan. I've heard that. So 100 kids from one pharaoh probably populated a chunk of North Africa. I could be related to a pharaoh, but that's also assuming they are all his children. They are all his children. Dark history of sex in ancient Egypt specifically. They did put honey in everything. Wasn't it honey and cow dung was supposed to be a contraceptive? I miss chlamydia. Hope she gets her dance lesson done. Chlamydia's in the mine. I've become a man now. I pee blood. My time is now. They were also quite inbred. Because they wanted to keep the power within their family. So you would just marry your sister. Or your stepsister. If the other pharaoh had his throat slit. Because it would be like, oh, pharaoh dies. Wife takes over. Gets remarried. Usually because you have to. Then also dies. The clown Trojan. Thank you for the follow. I knew it. I'm a reincarnation of Cleopatra. Everyone. Literally everyone. Didn't Russians use a lemon up your lady garden as a contraceptive? I don't know about that. Ancient Alpha P's blood. Or his aunt, if he's into it. It was mostly sisters, like your direct blood relatives. This sounds fake, but 70% of all British men share a genetic connection to King Tut. Was King Tut related to Ramses? I think I know what happened. Honey and cow dung, wild strategy. Yeah, that just sounds like you would get pregnant. Mira's 100% a descendant of a pharaoh. Can I have a claim? I was listening to so much that I was like, let me look up studying archaeology. It's something I always wanted to do. It's too expensive. I don't want to take on a student loan. Dude, university's so expensive now. I did my degree for like 30k, 35k. Now it's 60k. It's almost double. They did say that you get to go overseas for your practical. You actually get to go to an archaeology site. Hi. Hello, Daniel. Hello. Inbred. So we're just throwing the family tree away in place of a bush. Yes. Most of ancient Egypt. Also, they found a lot of pharaohs, more unknown pharaohs, that had their throats slit. The ancient Egypt period had a lot of different dynasties. 35k, damn. That's pretty cheap. 50k is what I did, and I still think it's BS. Yeah. I think it's... I don't know anymore. But I think it was, like, relatively... It used to be free pre-90s, according to Papa Clown. But the government pays for you. And they give you, like, a low interest loan. And every few years, they forgive some of it. And you only have to pay it back if you make over X amount. I think they dropped the threshold. Now it's like 50k or 55k. If you make over 50 or 55k, you have to start paying back your loan. It gets like auto-docked. I'm glad public unis are free in Brazil. Oh, they're for free. For free? Ancient Egypt's about 3,000 years long. Yeah, there was a lot of different dynasties. A lot of different pyramid styles, too. Some dynasties didn't want to build anything. They were just reusing stuff. Ptolemy? Yeah, the Ptolemaic period. I dropped college after my first year. I couldn't do it anymore. I'm not a scholared man. And you know what? That's fair. Because every time I think about doing my PhD, my brain is like, no. My brain is like, you and I both know that that's not gonna happen. I would have gone to Norway. Even overseas are free, but they're hard to get into. I heard Scotland as well. That's so cool. Free education. I agree. Mine was subsidized by the government. Well, that's good. Hi, Mira. Hello, Kim. I still can't find a job. You have a job. With my so-called hybrid college diploma that was under a reputable university. Yeah. It's that we share a common ancestor, not that King Tut is an ancestor. Oh, is that like that Adam and Eve thing where you can trace everyone back to thing? Didn't Ptolemy do the sibling incest thing? Everyone did the sibling incest thing. Everyone did the sibling incest thing. Egypt is so old it was ancient by the time the ancient Greeks were around. Is that true? I never thought about that. I just jumped straight into a job. Hell yeah. Hey, whatever works. I think. I don't think everyone has to go to university. Do what works for you, for sure. And less than 1% of modern Egyptians have this genetic connection. That's interesting, actually. What are we talking about? Ancient Egypt. Breaking kneecap. I thought you worked at a glass factory. Didn't you? You used to, I think. Sibling incest thing. Freud, is that you? Freud is everywhere. Freud is just a reincarnation of one of the pharaohs, for sure. He's like, but what if we married our siblings? What if we're all siblings? Listen, if the sister is hot... No. Scotland is paid for overseas. I know this from going there, but they're very helpful in dealing with stuff. They actually fund Student Loans Canada. That's really nice. The university new hire versus the Chad Nepo baby. I would love to... I do notice that when I watch all these ancient Egypt documentaries, I perhaps only in 1 or 2 cases have I seen an Egyptian in charge. It's always Europeans. Or that very famous... Is she Brazilian? That very famous Brazilian woman that found the Cleopatra, what she believes is Cleopatra's tomb. I think she's Brazilian? Portuguese? Peruvian. Alright, let me find out. But it's usually Swedish, French. Oh, the one with the crocodile. This guy, he was French and he kept going the jaw instead of the jaw. He kept going the jaw, and I couldn't stop saying my jaw. But that's also, that guy's documentary was really sad because there was a dynasty, like during one of the dynasties, people were just tomb raiding. They were tomb robbing all the previous things in the Valley of the Kings. Wasn't she Dominican? No, I wasn't even close. I wasn't even close. I knew she was from somewhere. I think she's the only one I've seen that might be South American. Dominican. I don't know. Geography. Dominican. She was a lawyer, but she just really liked ancient Egypt. So she used her own money to go there based on something she read, and they were like, yeah. But yeah, they were I guess tomb raiding. Not these were Egyptians tomb raiding, not like the British. I know, surprising. That's why the British are sad. They missed out. But so the Valley of the Kings is where a lot of tombs are. And there's a lot of tombs under the sand. There's a lot of cities they find under the sand. And there's a lot of tombs that are still... They've been discovered, but they don't know who they belong to because they've been destroyed by people that were robbing the tombs. In some of the cases, they would just put like piles of stuff down outside. So there's these piles that look like just like rocks and gravel, but if you dig through them, there's pottery in them. There's jaws. there's crocodile jaws. And lots of stuff. And this guy got lucky because they found the jaws in one of the big piles. And he was like, well, we need to find out. We found like 8 skeleton heads so far. Something is up here. We need to find out who it belongs to. And I was like, how the fuck are you gonna figure out which tomb this guy belongs to? But then they found markers. They found like the little grave markers, and it had the name of the guy. And they were like, and he was like, that's the tomb behind us. And then they found the tomb. So now they have more information about the tomb behind them. It's really sad. Wasn't there a thing about British people eating mummies? They would grind up mummies. They would use mummies for everything. They would grind up mummies and use them in medication, use them in paint, use them as a tea to cure things. They would have mummy unwrapping parties. They would, yeah. But yeah, that's why King Tut's tomb discovery was so big, was because it was unraided. It was untouched. Because usually everything's stolen or destroyed by the time they get there. British people do be freaky. Take 10 milligrams of mummy dust and call me in the morning. Mummy sure is an interesting choice for raw materials. Sourdough bread was made from this a year ago. Yeah, she made bread and then she kept getting thrush in her mouth. Her and her husband kept getting thrush in their mouth. The craziest thing was when some explorer brought back Imhotep and unlocked the mummy's curse that almost destroyed the world. Memories. Even represents the high numbers of Greeks really well. I played Assassin's Creed Origins. I should replay that. Napoleon shot the Sphinx's nose. He's the one that shut down the Sphinx's nose? I don't know if that's true. That doesn't sound right. No, he didn't. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I heard that it was destroyed by someone else. Probably religiously inclined. Brown oil paint was made from... Yeah, they put it in paint as well. It was called, I believe the color was called Mamimium? Mamimium? Paint? Yeah, Mummy Brown or Mamimium. Shut up. Why is a mummy called a mummy? That's a good point. Why is a mummy called a mummy? We should do a dark history on well, Egypt's so vast. What dark history would you pick? The word mummy comes from an old Persian word for wax or asphalt called mum. They thought the darkened bodies from ancient Egypt looked like tar or wax. Interesting. Mumya, which means bitumen. Interesting. I do. There was one tomb that this lady opened, and it had a family in it. It had a male, a female, and a child. And then they found another section that had another child. I don't know. I always find it interesting what they allow you to get away with. Did they just approve everything? I don't know. Because this guy was like, this tile sounds hollow. Let us dig underneath. But there was nothing there. But they had destroyed the tiles to get underneath the thing. And there was this one where the woman finds this small mummy and she like... It's in such a small hole that she like shuffles back to the main entrance and like sits on the edge of the hole. And then she grabs the mummy and lays it in her lap like a baby, and she's stroking it. I'm like, are we allowed to do that? Is there not a rule? I guess if you're... I don't know. I would assume they would just go to the museum in Egypt to be restored, but everyone's out here just touching stuff and fiddling with things. Britain, where the rule is, they decided the rules at the time. If there's like a painting in the way... Well, that's, that happened in one of the tombs. They used, I don't know if they used LiDAR. Or I think X-ray vision. And you could see an indent where a door might be. But this is one of those really beautifully painted tombs. So obviously they don't want to do it without knowing. So they haven't done anything. So they're just speculate for now. A lot of... archaeology just seems to be speculation because they don't really know. First person to ever get accused of inappropriately touching a mummy. Yeah, she had it in her lap and she was like stroking the child mummy. The Abrahamic god's name Yahweh originated from. Can't exactly destroy, even though more scanning showed another tunnel there. Yeah, that's the one. But was that the one with the guy that had the tiles on the floor that sounded hollow and they started digging them up? And I was like, But they didn't find anything. Isn't that the same for stuff like astrology and whatnot? Astrology? Isn't astrology the study of stars? Also, that Mayan thing that I was talking about, I forgot they had two pyramids on it. Small pyramids. But one of them would have been like a platform to stand on, and the other one would have shown the sun. And the way the sun was traveling so they could do things. Also, they had a calendar. I believe it was 20 days. 10 toes, 10 fingers. So it was like 20 days long. They were quite good with their timings. The Egyptians loved stars, though. No, I'm talking about, I was talking about, like, breaking into things and stuff. But I always wonder what's underneath the Valley of the Kings. Do you think they could just LiDAR it? Does that not go through sand? Maybe it's just such a big area. Perhaps it doesn't go through sand. There's probably so many things underneath the sands that we just don't know. Forgotten cities. I still think we should pay more attention to Valley of the Kings. Oh, astrology. But then how can you upset astrology? Is astrology not tied to astronomy? I always get those two confused. Because isn't a Gemini based on like the star formation? Am I making that up? Maybe they just always use stars when they talk about astrology. That's why I confuse them. It doesn't have light. Yeah, maybe it only works for like vegetation. And they pay us off not to visit them. We need a Mira archaeologist era soon. I would love to be an archaeologist. Has an entire buried city. It does. It does. But they have so many tombs there. A lot have been raided, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's some that have been forgotten. Especially from pharaohs that were not liked as much. Sometimes, as like punishment, you would be buried somewhere for no one to find you ever. Which, is that a punishment if everyone else was getting their graves robbed? Perhaps not. Astrology stars, astronomy studies space. I know, but astrology has nothing to do with stars at all. Oh, okay, so astrology is the belief system regarding the constellations and positions. Okay, so it's kind of related, but not really. But how does that go with what I think I was talking about, like touching things that you probably shouldn't touch. Also, sometimes I don't think they take photos of like wouldn't you want to know the position something is found in? Like, wouldn't you want to document that before moving something in case it had some symbolic reason? You know what I mean? I don't know, because I never see them take photos. They just kind of grab things. There was like there's this tomb under the water, and they just touch around and grab stuff. Like, how do you know that's not importantly positioned? Mira and Lara Croft cosplay? Yes, please. There's probably thousands of tombs everywhere left untouched. Buried like an Easter egg mummy. Egypt's crazy history. There's probably so much we don't know. I know. Especially if the person after you hated you. They could just erase you. Like that one guy. Did I ever scan or photograph some stuff already? See, I want to believe that. But when you watch the documentary, and sometimes the filming happens as they discover something. Like that woman that found the child mummy. They popped open that little panel, right? And then she saw the child, and she crawled in there and just starts dragging the child mummy out. And then puts it in her lap. Like, we don't want to take a photo or something. Also, there was this guy who had a job where he had to like restore statues to get evidence from them, because sometimes the statues are all rusted from the water. How do they get water in the desert? Why are some of the tombs underwater? I assume perhaps they're closer to the Nile. But sometimes the water damages the statue, so they can't see what god is on the statue. So generally, the statue and which god is on the statue will tell them which period it's from. But apparently sometimes it takes like over a year to restore it, because he goes in there with a magnifying glass and a toothpick and chips off every piece of rust by hand, so as to not damage a single thing. Isn't that crazy? I don't know if I would have the patience for that. I would just try to speed it up. That was the fate of King Tut's tomb. It was buried so deep and forgotten that it was preserved. I think people didn't know where it was. It was, I think did they find it by accident? I don't remember. I have to go back and check that. It's been a while. Have a good day at work, Azday. Goodbye, goodbye. One of the things I like about ancient Egypt is how imprecise some of their stuff is. Like they talked about other nations and just never say where they are because everyone knows where they are. Yeah. Oxidization can happen without the presence of water. I think this was waterlogged. I think this tomb specifically was waterlogged. They often have body cams to recheck positions where stuff is, and if there's anything that seems symbolic, they will hold off on further work. Okay, because I was gonna say, I feel like every time I watch something, they just grab it. I'm like, okay. When the statue has Kratos on it, yeah, that's a 2006 PlayStation classic. I wonder how much of them are actually professional or if they're just getting licenses. Because all of them are chasing like a career high. I wonder. King's Hut name wasn't written because it was erased. I mean, I'd love to see Cleopatra's tomb. But part of me also hopes they never find her. She went through so much. Let her have her peace. I also have a feeling if it is where it's assumed that it might be, it's probably waterlogged really badly or damaged. Because I think all the tunnels as well are waterlogged. So I wouldn't be surprised. It looks like the tide has gone up and filled in all the tunnels underneath that place. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is entirely waterlogged. But part of me hopes they don't find it. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. The moment the tomb was discovered, they were confused because they didn't know who this guy was. Cleo didn't die in Rome. No. The Cleopatra thing, people have assumptions. The running theory is that she knew that the Romans were going to come for her. And once they killed her, they would take her back to Rome and parade her dead body, which is what Romans did. So she decided that she would kill herself. Whether she did it by snake, that feels a little bit dramatic. But, you know, whether she did it that way or not, or whether she just drank something, she had like this plan that her body would be moved so that they wouldn't even find her body. I think, is it true? I don't know if it's true if she said that no man will ever find my tomb. But Cleopatra's buried under the Sphinx. Well, no. So this Dominican woman that we mentioned earlier, imagine she never had a tomb. She just jumped into the water and no one noticed. So this Dominican woman that we were talking about, I wish I could remember her name because she deserves to have her name remembered. I'm just bad at names. She was looking at these ruins that no one else is really looking at based on her research. And after a lot of searching and a lot of self-funded archaeological digs, they found a little stone embedded in the floor. And these stones are supposed to tell you who this temple belonged to. And that temple belonged to Cleopatra. And they found coins of Cleopatra's face and incense and stuff, and they found all these tunnels underneath this temple going to the water. And she had some undersea archaeological people, I guess deep sea divers or whatever, search the area, and they found a port underwater. So the running theory is that she would have lived across from where her temple was. So when she died, they would put her body on the boat, bring it over to that, and then move her body through the tunnels. And apparently no one knew about this except for a very few select people that she really trusted, probably the priest that worked in the temple. And it was believed that they brought her into the temple, prepared her body, and then buried it somewhere underneath the temple. So they followed the tunnels using LiDAR. Obviously, they can't go through the tunnels because they're waterlogged. So it's a belief that she's probably underneath somewhere. But archaeology in ancient Egypt works in seasons. So there's like the on-season and the off-season. So generally, you have a limited amount of time every year to do your research and your stuff. So she's still working on it. And then you need funding, and then yeah. Cleopatra and Mark Antony were supposed to be buried together. I don't know if that's true though, because they had Mark Antony's body, right? I think Cleopatra's was just not found, but who knows? It seems unlikely that they found her, because I feel like it would be in historical documents if the Romans found Cleopatra's body. They would have been chuffed. They would have brought her back and, I don't know, put her on display. When are the on and off seasons? I don't know. Let's find out. When is the archaeological dig season in Egypt? And you have to, from what I can understand, you have to reapply every year. So if you... So this woman is self-funded, because usually you try and get funding from the Egyptian government, and you can't really get funding unless you prove there's something there, because obviously they're not going to pay you for no reason, right? That's also why there's so many documentaries about ancient Egypt, because Nat Geo pays them to help with the archaeological digs. I think that's a nice trade-off. They get a documentary and they get funding for their digs. I think that's quite good. That's probably why there's always so much ancient Egypt stuff. Universities help fund stuff as well. They were buried together? I don't think so. October to April. October to April. That's... October to April is... That's like winter. Winter. Yeah, there are tunnels under the Sphinx. I'm sure there's so much stuff. And stuff would get reused. You have to remember how long, like, this entire period of time went for. Stuff would get reused. Stuff would go missing. Some would disappear. Interesting. I don't know if I believe the Romans. I don't know. Because they really had a deep hatred for Mark Antony and Cleopatra. I find it hard to believe they would have been allowed to be buried together. Or if it was... I mean, I guess... Do you think they had the forethought to lie in a historical document? I don't know. What do you mean you don't think... No, I mean I don't believe it. I'm inclined not to believe it. I don't mean I don't think so. I mean, I don't know if I believe that they would have let that happen. Literally, the first rule is don't believe the Romans. Yeah, I'm inclined to I don't know. Because I can't remember extremely well, but just before, you know, Mark Antony's death, it was pretty bad. I can't imagine, yeah, that they would let that happen out of the kindness of their heart. I don't know about that. History is written by the victors, and whatever gets the most money for a documentary. Yeah, we know. Netflix taught us that. They would lie if they thought it was good for them in the moment. I wonder if... I guess they probably... the people of Rome probably wouldn't have thought it was good in the moment. History is written by the victors. I shall hydrate, thank you. I don't think that point was ever brought up in that documentary I watched about Cleopatra. From that documentary, it was said that, you know, her body would have been buried in secret. Without anyone knowing where it was. I mean, on the flip side, maybe they just dismembered them and threw them in the ocean. And they were like, no, we buried them together. So we'll never find their resting place. The BBC doc... No, the one with the Dominican woman. The Nat Geo one? Oh my gosh, what? The Secrets of Cleopatra? Cleopatra documentary. 2025, I think it was. Cleopatra's Final Secret. Kathleen Martinez. She believes Cleopatra hid her tomb perfectly to keep it safe from Roman enemies. Bob Ballard, that's the sea guy. Could have just thrown her in the pit. That's what I wonder. They have found proof that in some of the temples they found pits. I think in one of the documentaries recently as well. They found pits with like dead crocodiles in them. So they believe that they kept pits full of crocodiles. They could have just thrown her into a crocodile pit. Oh, I mean BBC docs and news about China. The amount of fake stuff is wild. Oh, I didn't know that. Not surprised. I didn't know that. Hello Mira. Hello Joel. Hello. Tamao. Hello. I just came to say hi. You're doing great. I don't know who you are. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Why are you back in the asylum? This is my treatment room. It makes me feel better. Stopping by shortly to say hello and hope you're well. Hello, Nick. I hope you're doing well. Hello. Okay, bye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. That was a good documentary. If you want to watch a cool one, I think that was cool. I think it's on Disney Plus. Or apparently also on Hulu. That one's cool. She didn't mention... I mean, she mentioned Mark Antony a lot, but I don't think she mentioned they'd be buried together. But once again, I don't know if I believe them. I'd like to hear more about her stuff. I think that's the annoying thing, is that because the period is so because the period is the archaeological periods are so short. Yeah, Cleopatra's Final Secret. Work's been killing my brain. Oh no, I'm sorry. I hope it gets better soon. You feeling down? You okay? I am sick. Thank you for asking. Never mind, I can say a bit. We've been talking about ancient Egypt and briefly the Romans. It takes ages before you get updates because everything takes time in archaeology. But I really hope she finds stuff, because she kind of hit a dead end, and then she hired the underwater guy, and then they had more. Then they had a little bit more stuff, but then nothing again. So it might be a while before we get an update. Sad noises. This Salima Ikram woman is in every single documentary I've ever seen. She's a Pakistani professor of Egyptology at the American University in Cairo. The American University in Cairo? A participant in many Egyptian archaeological projects. I literally just said that. I swear, every time I watch a documentary, Salima shows up. And I'm like, I know you. Like how they had a tech issue. I don't think it's... mostly the snags are because they run out of evidence. And you can't get a license for next year unless you have evidence. So, a lot of the time, if you watch them, they're like, we've only got like a week left. And they're rushing to find anything. Because they need to find something. Otherwise, they won't get approved to come back. Which kind of sucks. But yeah, when you watch enough of these, you know the people. She was in The Secrets of the Saqqara Tomb. I watched that one. That was a good documentary too. She's been in so many. Has anyone seen the trailer for Odysseus? Is it good? Yeah, they gotta find stuff every year. So it's all like slow moving. Nope, never will. Is it good? I saw it. Why are you making fun of the way I say saw? I saw it. I saw. I won't watch it. I've seen posters. Not exciting. The Odyssey looks great. Oh, it's the Odyssey, not Odysseus. Never mind. I'll wait for Epic the Music to make it to theaters. I saw it. Yeah, how do you say saw? I saw it. I want to see the movie. I liked I don't know. I like a lot of those movies. Yeah, Chris Nolan. I was confused as to why he would take on the Odyssey. I don't know. In my mind, I don't imagine him making a movie like that, but perhaps that's why he took it on. I don't think the trailer is very good, however, I'm still gonna see it. Odysseus is the lead character. I thought the movie was called Odysseus, but it's called The Odyssey. I want to see the movie with fresh eyes. Posters look cool. I doth witnessed. I love the horror movie Saw. I hate it here. I'm being bullied. I'm being bullied. Odyssey is taken from Odysseus. I Sawyer it. Oh, shut up. That wasn't even... I never said that. For the artisting challenge and money props. I feel like he has money. I'm confused reading the review, like I can't tell if it's good or not. Perhaps they wrote it like that on purpose. It's the first time he's having mythological and creatures instead of only human conflict, I believe. Yeah, it seems out of his wheelhouse. I want to play a game, Mira. I want to play a game. Now put that giant thing on my head. About Egypt, I like how a lot of what we know is thanks to Napoleon's discovery and capture of the Rosetta Stone, and thus allowed us to translate hieroglyphs and so rapid expansion of resources to Egyptology. I don't know if everyone feels that way. Nolan was originally going to direct the Eric Bana Troy movie. Oh, I didn't know that. I do like Troy. I am an Eric Banner fan. And Eric Bana is what I would call him, but Eric Banner, I suppose. Hi, Mira. Hello, Vendelier. Well, he did direct Batman. I feel like Batman is still pretty far removed from the Odyssey. I think he's become the average white guy that becomes blinded by needing to cover ancient history as a white guy. No one is bullying you. We are showering you with our love and affection. No idea where you're getting this bullying from. I'm being bullied again. I am here. Hello, Kill. Hello, hello. Youngster is a history major. Nice. Nick knows a lot about history. Yes. We've got a lot of history people in our community. See, I'd never bully you, right, Mira? You bully me with your food taste. Who doesn't like pizza? I love your accent. Never change, please. Thank you, thank you. I'm drawing Animu while lurking. Hello, hello. Thank you for lurking. Been a fan since I was little. Okay, bro. I dear Pro Max. History people might be related to dark history. We need to do dark history. It's been a long time. I never bully you, Mira, unless... Maybe I like it. Did you think about that? Maybe I'm into it. I do nothing of the sort. Yes, you do. Bullying is a love language. I have a friend who doesn't like ice cream. It's crazy. How do you not like ice cream? That one, well, maybe if you're severely lactose intolerant. But even people I know that are lactose intolerant will risk it for ice cream. We like old things like you. That's just me. Almost like you have a series called Dark History. Crazy. I didn't think about that. I always worry that people don't enjoy dark history. I didn't think about that. Yeah, we know you're an M. You do like a bit of bullying. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe some teeth sensitivity. But then just swallow it like a Pelican. Just like drop it in the back of your throat and go. Glug, 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 like that. I love dark history. I'm glad. You would know Miss Lactose Intolerant. But not that extreme. I'm gonna eat ice cream. Just can't drink milk. I'm glad so many of you like dark history. Who said they hate it? No one said they hate it, but I don't know. I just felt like perhaps it's not as interesting. People love dark history. I'm glad. I'm glad. Just gawk it, Mira. Yeah, just... Teeth sensitivity, not a problem if it doesn't touch your teeth. We love hearing what you've been researching. The Hunterian Museum in London. Very dark but fascinating. I will keep that in mind for if I ever go to London. If I ever go to London. You sound like you're from London. There's a few museums I want to go to. Dark history streams are always a lot of fun. I'm glad. I get worried sometimes. I'm so happy to hear that. London town, yeah. You sound like you're from London. I love dark history because not only for the historical content, but it's good hearing something you've shown great interest enough to research and dive deep into. That's an interesting perspective. We should do more. I just feel like I don't have the time. We need to do more. I want to do more. Don't go to London. Go to everywhere else. I want to go to that place where they have the award-winning pies. Want to see if they're any good. I still love my local history where the proboscis monkey was locally called the white man monkey. Oh. What? Why? Just Oshi, not Kamiyoshi? That's a good point. That's a good point. It auto-corrected it. Alright, I'll let you pass this time. We need one day to do those online museum tours. Yeah! That'd be so much fun! Man, I wish I got invited to cool stuff like that. I'm not important enough to get invited to stuff like that. I do still have that ancient Egypt thing. The ancient Egypt exhibit. Footage from that. I'll die on the hill of how dark history is great, but it sucks you're struggling to find a single person who can't use AI. I don't understand why it's so hard to not use AI. I don't get it. Maybe to collate your stuff, perhaps. I don't see why everything's AI. It's so hard. And the thing sucks is because I want to pay a person. Like I will pay you as a person to do this. If I wanted AI, I would ask AI myself. But I want a human being who's passionate, that wants to research. Nope. 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 Sucks. But we do have, hopefully, a dark history in the pipeline. I think my problem is that every time I film something, I feel like it's not good enough. So I start over. Or if I write something, I'm like, no. No, it's not right yet. And then I'll redo it. I don't want to hear from you, pal. Wait, what happened? Proof, no proof. It's pretty easy, you just don't use it. Not rocket scientists. Not rocket science. I know! have increased how much I'm offering people, and for them to still come back with AI is heartbreaking. Have faith. I know. I just always second guess everything. It doesn't need to be perfect to be good. That is true. I get like so stuck in my head. I think it's when you are like solo, like when you're doing something yourself, like solo, you like hyper fixate on every tiny little thing. There's some water. You hyper fixate on every tiny little thing, and then you just give up. It sucks. If it's any relief, I'm looking forward to eventually seeing it. I don't want to give a timeline, obviously, since I feel so crap. But I don't know. I'm really hoping. I don't know. Maybe I just have to record it and just bite the bullet and put it out. And be like, here you go. If it sucks, it sucks. Just so I think I have to rip off the band-aid. Once I release one, then I feel like the others will be easier to do. It's just that I stress about the one. I think that's everything. When I record a song, I'm like, no, it's not good enough. If I record like an audio, I'm like, it could be better. I record like a smutty audio and I'm like, no, it could be better. Delete. I think that's also something that I'm really bad at. I will delete stuff. Cause I'm like, it doesn't deserve to exist, and I'll delete it so that I'm not tempted to reuse it. I do that a lot when I write music. Just delete. No, well, looks like you have to start over, Mira. Are you sick because you're in the rubber room, or are you in the rubber room because you're sick? The latter. It's normal for wanting to show your ideas in the best way possible. I know creators who would gladly take work. They lie. I think one of the other things is that if you tell someone you're a VTuber, they're sometimes inclined to not work with you. Perhaps they don't take the... You got a shiny? Hell yeah. Well done, Zaki boy. I think they're inclined to think that perhaps... Or maybe they don't take VTubers seriously. Maybe if you tell them they want AI, they'll give you real art, reverse psychology. If only that's how that worked. If only, if only. Ah, man. Improvement as time goes on is normal. I know, I know. I just get so in my head sometimes. The amount of deleted takes are numerous. Sometimes I'll delete whole songs. Because I'll be like, this isn't good enough. And I'll delete the song never to be seen and or heard again. You're my worst issue as a producer, but I'm the same. I can't help it. If I don't like where it's going, I'll just delete it and start over. Curse of perfection. That is what ringmasters are for. You can always share projects you aren't too sure about. But the ringmasters like everything I do. How do we know it's actually good? Or if you're brainwashed? What if the ringmasters are just brainwashed? They're like, big titties. Yes, it's good. It's good. I have a lot of random music songs I've written, but I'm not good enough to actually play them. I refuse to use AI though. Yeah, that's the hard part about being an artist, I think. If you can make the art, but you can't... If you can think up the art, but can't create it, it's hard. I hate that about being a perfectionist. Nothing is good enough, and if it was good enough, it isn't anymore after some time has passed. Yes. Yes, she's been deleting it instead of sending it to us. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's just not good enough. Art teacher told me, do the best you can, leave it, learn from it, and do better tomorrow. Or delete it so that there's no paper trail of how bad you truly are, and then people will realize you suck at everything. That's my favorite. Recently, my gladiator woman figure that I pre-ordered last year finally arrived. Oh, hell yeah. Because the figure jacked up in price so much due to how valuable it is. Oh, you could have sold it for a profit? First audio, impreg. Because your content is fun. I don't know. The amount of Mira lost media. Oh, so much. So much. Every compliment you get here is honest, Mira. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Could be bigger. Hot woman teaching us what not to love. You think that until you realize I'm a nasty, nasty critic, so I only speak from the heart. The way you wrote that sounded like you were like, I'm a naughty, naughty boy. I'm a nasty, nasty critic. Big titties are good, but everything you do is good too. It's not related. The ADHD urge to move on to the next thing ruins me a lot. Me too! I work on so many things at once and then I feel like nothing ever gets done on time. Because I'll be working on something and then my brain will be like, what if? And I'm like, oh, yeah, what if? And then I go down a rabbit hole. I'll give you honest feedback. I'm pretty blunt though. I can't promise I won't end in tears. Now I don't want to show you. You think you're not good enough because you're a perfectionist. I don't think I'm good enough because I have an inferiority complex. We are not the same. Does that mean you're into humiliation kinks? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Even with potential brainwashing, every comment can offer a little bit of a unique take on it. That's true. Just do it! This is why I have so many hobbies. Also why I have so many skills but never master any. That's me! That's me! I can paint, I can crochet, I can mount butterflies. Probably spiders too, but I don't really like spiders, they creep me out. I'm really good at doing makeup. I do clay stuff. I can knit. Oh, I can sew. I can... Good draw mode, but I'm not good at drawing. I'm not good at drawing at all. I know if I did more of it, I'd probably get better at it. But I haven't done it in so long, properly. Should I be practicing the guitar so I can learn this riff? Yes. Have I just purchased a mandolin? Also, yes. This is like fun though. I found a reseller that sold only $25 more. Oh, hell yeah. Good for you, and you'll sell that one for a profit, I guess. I will be very rude if I don't like something. Oh! This doesn't make me feel better. I feel this in my atoms. It's either that or extreme but unproductive, myopic hyperfocus. I wish I could hyperfocus on stuff. I used to be able to hyperfocus, but I just don't get that hyperfocus thing anymore. My brain wanders. I won't comment. Please do, we want to know what you're gonna say. Good drama. I want to work on my project, but I also want to play that game, but I also want to go shoot my bow. Bow? Like a hunting bow? And I want to go work out, all in my head while I veg in bed. Jack of all trades, master of none. Yes. I can also mount run a fully functional commune. I can garden. There you go. That's commune related. But you drawing my attention. That was smooth. I feel like the last time I did play stuff was when I was 9. I feel like not having access to a kiln has slowed down my clay ambitions. I always wanted to get into not ceramics. Ceramics? What's that thing where you fill molds and then you drain the molds and then you take it out and then it's a thing? What's that? I've always wanted to get into that. I know you can make stuff and then go to like a communal kiln. That sounds like an extra level. Oh, I used to do photography. I loved photography, but now I don't have a dark room. When would I ever? That was the best part. It's casting, but it's called something else. Clay casting? Ceramics. It is called ceramics. Never mind. I was right. It's ceramics. Pouring liquid clay into a plaster mold to make slip casting. Ceramics. It is ceramics. Ceramics looks like fun. It feels like you probably don't need as much art prowess for it. But it does look like an expensive hobby because you have to buy a lot of stuff and casts and kilns and things. Back into sailing. I was gonna say, that sounds expensive. The cost of entry is quite high. I imagine it would be. It's a very, I don't know, in my mind it's a very rich people hobby. We're going out on the sailboat this weekend. Do you want to come? Casted clay. Lost wax casting? Those are the casts that are made of wax. You max your hyperfocus to min-max your food intake. Darkroom killed my father's eyes? Really? It does seem very mirror-coded. Ceramics? You should pick up forging. I feel like that's even harder. Shots fired. Hello, 40k. Hello, hello. I assume it's pretty messy. Yeah, you need to have like big tubs of like slip wax and stuff. I'll come for you, Mira. Thank you. When I was a teenager, I used to yacht race with a local fleet. Damn. 3 to 4 races a week. A week? For 5 years, I haven't been on a boat in over 10 now. Damn. At this point, you might as well just buy a sailboat. I heard some guy bought a boat and was really tired of maintaining and do all the paperwork, so in the end, he sold it. I feel like that seems like a normal passage. I was expecting you to tell me he like set it on fire for insurance money or something. You were like, he bought a boat and he didn't like it, so he sold it. Okay. He bought a boat, he didn't like it, so he set it on fire and killed his wife and kids. Ah. Ah, now that sounds like fun. Next thing you know, time passes. And an entire month zooms by. You make a wax model, then you cover it with plaster clay. Ah. They do that for, P and Rack. They do that for, glass blowing. If you're trying to blow a specific shape in a mold, they do the same thing. They make it out of wax and then they clay it. And then they melt it, and then they use the leftover mold to blow glass into. Glass blowing looks like fun too. If I had an infinite amount of money, I think I would just try different hobbies. just try everything. Basic gist is I moved to a place where it fits all other aspects of my life better, but the local racing fleet is kind of crap. That's not how you sail a boat. This is how you sail a boat. Mira should start alchemy. That sounds expensive. Alchemy seems like fun too. I would blow up my house for sure, but it sounds like fun. A fun hobby. Also, hello, Fricey. He should do that. Way more interesting way to say I got rid of it. I feel like it, right? That's why I want to change jobs so I can have more free time for my hobbies. That's the hard part. Finding time for hobbies is hard. Being an adult stinks. I'm off to bed. Have a good night. Hope you get better soon. Thank you, fan art. Please sleep well. Good night, good night. Honestly, that's a healthy attitude. What did I say? What did I say? No one said that to me. I want to get into being at peace. Mission Impossible. My therapist used to tell me to meditate, and I can't. My brain can't relax. They're like, empty your brain. No. I think about everything all at once. I feel like meditation makes it worse. Mira does have a history of being a terror. Whoa. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'd put all my time into shit I know I'm good at and enjoy. I don't know why I thought that said shoemaking. But it doesn't say shoemaking anywhere. Perform witchcraft on stream? Like what? Ouija board? Alchemy seems like it goes almost hand in hand with witchcraft and chemistry. It does, doesn't it? Isn't alchemy... I guess it is technically supposed to be a science, but I suppose it's a little bit witchy. A little bit magic-y. Do alchemy make gold 5-head mood? Yeah, and then use the gold to fund other hobbies. Mira night, Shirley. Please sleep well. Thank you for spending time with us. Good night, good night. Too bad Mira's a clown and not an elf. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I could have pointy ears if I wanted to. They're not special. They're not special at all. I've learned mindfulness from so many different things that I'm going to explode if someone tells me to breathe again. Yeah, that's the solution to everything. Mira thinks I'd be a shoemaker like from Coco. I don't know why I thought you were just going to be a shoemaker, but... I think I like skim read it and in my mind it said shoemaker. But then when I read it out loud, there was no shoes mentioned. A clubber. Close your eyes and think of happy thoughts. That's a lot of fire. Yeah, why is everyone screaming in pain? Meditating ain't for me since I'm schizo. Oop. The voices can't leave me alone unless there's white noise. Yeah, that's what I do. I have to have something in the background. But now I guess I have my air purifier now that I can hear it. I didn't realize... Also, that means it took me 2 weeks of steroids before my ears cleared up enough for me to hear it. Does that mean there's even more? Perhaps. Mayhaps. Not just breathe, but breathe like Tanjiro and become Demon Slayer. Mindfulness doesn't work for me because I don't really get angry at stuff. I'm just numb now. I toe the line between ignorance and apathy. I don't know and I don't care. Also, why was I awkward the first time I met you at Game Expo? Were you awkward? I didn't notice. You were normal. No? I feel like you came off normal. If anything, it was awkward because Hani was there. If anything, it was awkward because Hani was there listening in quietly, staring at us. Hope you get better and chill. Thank you so much, Slash Master. Slash is in Warhammer? No. Slanesh. There are things out there that are unheard of by you, literally. I know. I've always said, like, wow, my air purifier is so quiet. You can't even hear it unless it's turned on to turbo. Meanwhile, it's been playing a low humming sound the entire time I've owned it, and I've never heard it. So I guess like part of my hearing has always been gone. Elves live a long time, so there's plenty of time to try hobbies. That sounds terrible. Do I have to live a long time but also try a lot of hobbies? Can I do the hobbies but don't live a long time, please? She can hear everything now. I'm actually still a little bit congested. So... I can breathe through my nose again, that's nice. I feel like I'm still a little bit congested, so perhaps my hearing will get even better. But when I sing, I feel like I have more air, but that could just be a placebo effect of the fact that I can breathe. I'm too kind to be apathetic, but I bottle up the emotions, which just means that the outburst comes, it's real bad. Listen to VTuber ASMR to meditate. I listen to Smart to meditate. That's how I meditate. Hands in my pants. I'm too kind to be apathetic, but I bottle up my emotions, which means the outburst comes out real bad. Like a shaken bottle of Coke. That's what my therapist said. You shake up a bottle of Coke, and then you slowly open it. But then if you try to open it quickly one day, it just explodes everywhere. It's not good. But I'm the exact same way. So who am I to say? Honey tried to wing woman, but wing honeyed. But wing honeyed. I don't feel normal because I was overstimulated. I didn't have anything drastic distracting a portion of my brain. Oh wow, I wasn't distracting enough for you? I see. Yay, she can breathe. I know, a new talent. Breathing through my nose. Sound like you said it could be a pussy bone effect, not a placebo. That's what I said, a pussy bone effect. What's a placebo? Nope, but you're not the first one to make a Slanesh joke. Thanks, but still don't overexert yourself. Good day to you. Thank you so much for stopping by, Slash. You have a good day too. The greatest release of pent-up emotions right here. Whatever works. How you knew my hand was in my pen. Why would your hand be anywhere else? That's where it belongs. That's where it feels like home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. I do explode everywhere. But only because of Mira. I was like, where's that going? Hello, JJ. I'm trying to be like that shaken bottle of Coke with the next nightly visit for real. Is that a thing? No, I'm not gonna Google it. More like place e blow. Place e blow. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. At least it makes more sense than pussy bone. Pussy bone effect. I didn't say you aren't enough. My brain is just too much. Dropping this topic now. No, let's hyper focus. Focus. Let's hyper focus on it. One hand for clicking, one hand for inserting rhyming word. Clicking, sticking, fricking, licking, dicking, sicking, kicking. Acking, bicking, sicking, dicking, eking, beaking, blowing, fisting. Excuse me. Hyper focus, yes please. Why doesn't Mirror in chat hyper focus on looking after yourself, care maxing? That sounds terrible. I hate it. On E hand for tricking. Pulls out tech deck. I would love that. One day I would love someone to just pull out a tech deck mid-conversation, do a cool little flip, and then leave. I thought Mirror doesn't wear pants. I don't like pants, no. I don't like pants. Hi everyone. It's too early for me to be awake at 3 AM. Go back to sleep. I made myself tired. Go back to sleep, Soldier McBlast. That's a crazy name. I want you to eat pizza and prove it on Discord. Oh my god. Challenge. A challenge has been issued. Hydrate. I shall hydrate. Just some little war crimes. Yeah, just a little a war crime here and there. You know, safety of man, something, something, something. I'm not trapped in here. You're trapped in here with me. Pulls out tech deck and rides on Mira's boobas. Be like, wow, look at this ramp. What do they call those things? I don't know. Look at this ramp. You also should go rest. I should. I'm shrinking more and more into my chair. Because I'm like uncomfortable. And my joints hurt. Feeling a little eepy. To be fair, I'm always eepy. But my bones hurt. My bones. I'm like an old lady. My bones hurt. My bones. The stream's cutting out? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. I don't see any... Oh, no, I am dropping frames. It might not be you. I think it's me. It's not you, it's me. I've been wanting to catch streams, but a lot of them start at 1:30 a.m. for me. I know, I'm sorry. I'm Australian. On Fridays, I do, earlier streams. But I think that means it would start at 1:30 p.m. for you. I gotta go now, finish up work, then go watch the State of Origin. Boo, you should be watching the FIFA Cup. Is everyone excited for Morocco v France?
We should all cuddle up around you and give you soft cuddles and loving all through the night. Mirama 11 burp love.
You shook me all night long. Sorry, that's exactly what that reminded me of. You give love a bad name. Oh my god, why do you hate me, Nick? You should sit tall and proud. I know, but my back hurts. It's not cutting for me. I do see some dropped frames. It does say 0.3% dropped frames. So I don't think it's too bad, but it looks like it was cutting out briefly. Just imagine us carrying you back to bed and tucking you in. That would be nice. You need bone meal soup for the collagens. I don't think it's my collagen wearing down. It's just an effect of stuff. My joints get stiff and my muscles hurt. Also, thank you, Flayed. Soccer is lame. You're lame. State of Origin is lame. Watch soccer. Morocco gonna wreck France, trust. They're so good. They're so good at soccer, man. I'm scared. I see a message in Japanese, but I don't know how to read Japanese. I like how the one time I was like, hey, do you think auto-translate is gonna work? It doesn't. Yeah, no, that's fine. It seems like auto-translate only happens when I have a backstage members stream. 1:30 for me, too, but I'm up till 4:05 a.m. Are you a night shift person? Rock you like a hurricane. Is that a song? I'm going out for dinner. It's a plate of rice with braised pork. Oh, that sounds good. With a bowl of soup. I'll take the soup and rice. You sound fine, thank you. Did you eat today? No. No, I had a piece of toast this morning. I'm looking forward to it now that you mention it. I'm gonna need a reminder of it when the day comes, though. We're gonna stream it. Well, we're not gonna stream it. FIFA will kill me. But we're gonna have our Friday morning stream is gonna be for... I know, I saw the Essie thing and I was like, I don't want to say anything. Just please don't. Please don't say you're supporting Morocco. Please support France. Please support France. I said France. Yuck. At least rugby players don't die from the slightest finger touch. France will be cooked, literally. Literally? Why sleep in the bed when you can sleep under it and make giggly sounds and creepy singing? That's what I'm saying. That's my favorite thing to do. I think you turn off the auto-translate thing for normal stream. Damn. Damn it. Oh, it was an ad. Oh, I see. Well, thank you, Mark. I didn't realize. You gotta eat and get stronger. Oh, I'm doing the pain rock. I need to stop doing that. When I'm in pain, I sway side to side. Rock You Like a Hurricane was Billy's song when he first introduced from Stranger Things. I was gonna say, rock you like a hurricane, but I can't remember the melody right now. Mira hates Morocco. No, I love Morocco. I hope they win. I mean, it's not just a game. Like, when it's Morocco v France, it's not just a soccer game. It's also a political thing. So it's always high stakes when a matchup like that happens. Oui, oui, baguette croissant. I technically am right now. My coffee is French roast. Essie said she's supporting France. Oh, thank God. I was so scared to ask. Thank you for letting me know, Tony. Haha, we're gonna win now. Omelette du fromage. Let's hope she doesn't change like halfway through. If she sees Bono or if she sees Hakimi, hopefully she doesn't switch at the last minute and be like, oh, actually I support Morocco now. No. Get some soup. I'm not hungry. I don't know. My tummy is not happy. I don't want to eat. She's really feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Make sure to get something to eat after stream. I don't... Toast. Get some soup. I don't want to eat. Unless the ringmasters feed it to me. Mouth to mouth style. Colonization game got you? Hmm? Yeah. It always becomes a little bit more of a thing. Girl, that last minute change to Egypt and Argentina scoring 3 goals in 10 minutes was crazy. Man, that is insane. Please do not curse me, Essie. I was watching, I have caught up on the Morocco-Canada game. Dude, that goal with 15 seconds left because no one was there. It was open. It was open. Oh my God. I turned away from the the screen as well because I was like, oh, well, it's over. There's 15 seconds left. Done game. And then as I turned my head, there was cheering and I looked back and I was like, oh, goal. And I had to go back and there was no one there. They were playing so hard trying to get a goal for themselves that they left their goal wide open. 15 seconds of overtime. What are we doing today? Just yapping. Just yapping. Like a bird. Yeah. Just drink the soup and then put it in my mouth. We'll feed you mouth to mouth right after this. Bird style. No, bird style is vomit. You know I don't like vomit. She was spread and ready. We sucked, but we knew we were gonna be there. The faces, like when the third goal hit with 15 seconds left and they cut to the crowd. They were like, they were shook. They were shook. At least we didn't get beaten from spite like from Belgium. Haha, thumbnail is funny, buzzing intense that Mira Ahegao eyes to the back of her head. What? No, those are my possessed eyes. Those are not Ahegao eyes. Those are my possessed eyes. That's my gun. These are my possessed eyes. Just ignore the gun. How'd she get a gun in the padded room? Don't worry about it. Why are you in the padded rooms? Where's the coke? 0. Where's the coke, Mira? I'm back from cringe meeting. Welcome back. Also, hello, Sunny. Accidentally created more work for yourself? I did that. I do that too all the time. I'm like, I didn't know this was happening. And they're like, don't worry, we'll CC you into everything now. And then I'm like, no. No, please, no. Today, I feel Belgian. Gotta have our own Sunday service, Kanye West, to heal Mira. We won't be near a church, but God will definitely be mentioned. Oh, I thought you were... I thought that was a Kanye West reference. Never mind. Oh, you doing the Undertaker? Eh. What? Go ahead and show us your gun too if you want. We can help you unload it. We're moving side to side, so cute. I do it. I don't know why I do it. I do it whenever I'm in pain. I just rock side to side. I guess self-soothing. Self-soothing. You're still pain rocking. The sway is hypnotizing. This is how you will fall asleep. I will stand in the corner of your room and pain rock. But tomorrow we have a members stream and we're gonna watch Obsession. I don't know. Where is Obsession available? I didn't check. Where is Obsession available? It's available on Amazon Prime. $25. You can't rent it? Oh my god, you have to rent it for $25. I hate when Amazon does this. I have to rent it for $25 or buy it for $29. Of course I'm going to buy it. I'm never going to watch it again. Apple TV. Why is the rental so expensive? Do you remember when you used to rent new movies for like $7? Now we're paying $30 for a rental? I don't have Apple TV. I don't even have Amazon. I canceled it. Prime? I'm gonna go check Prime now. Member stream? Yeah, I do member streams on YouTube. On the YouTube. It's pushing you to buy it. I know, it's so annoying. I'm sorry. I can't rent the movie because I don't have Amazon. I have to get Amazon to get Prime. To buy. For the opportunity to buy. Let me check. Obsession. I mean, I know there's websites. I know there's websites. Yeah, rent is $24.99. Buy is $29.99. I might as well buy it and just claim it on my tax return for next year. Get it together. Because company realize they can bend us over all they want. Yeah, false value perception. Yeah, when like they do it at the supermarket too, when it's like if you buy one, it's $3. If you buy two, it's $4. You're like, of course I'm gonna buy two. That's the market who's gonna stop them. I remember Google Movies. I used to rent Google Movies for like $7 or something. New release movies. But now I feel like they're punishing you for piracy. They're like, yeah, we could rent it to you for $7 and give you 3 days. But if you rip it, then you have infinite rewatches. So technically, you should just pay us the $30 up front just in case. People, act like they need to watch it to live. We're watching it for the member stream tomorrow. Yeah, Prime Video is really annoying. Most of the stuff is paywalled. You have to pay for it anyway. Also, it's not even a week. It's 3 days. Once you start it, you have 3 days to finish it. If you don't finish it, it's gone. These last few weeks have been very busy with me. I had a lot of work, combined with having to take care of a sleepover for my brother's friend, combined with helping out for my sister's graduation. That does sound like you had a very few busy weeks. I hope things have slowed down for you, Master Gamer. I think they rent and sell movies now before it goes to streaming platforms. Looks like it's the same price on YouTube to rent. Yeah, I think that's just like the norm now. But yeah, Prime... Amazon Prime does this weird thing where they're like, you have Prime Video, and then you go to Prime Video, but everything's paywalled. And you're like, okay. Yep, I guess I'll buy this tomorrow and not screen share it. I can't wink. Pretend I'm winking. I'm not winking. Make piracy more attractive. Great job, everyone. Well, that's what I feel like, because there's no way they couldn't. I guess, or they're... Well, no, because you're renting it. It's not the same as, like Netflix splits up their seasons now for big shows because they want you to pay for 2 or 3 months instead of just the 1 month. Because people would join Netflix, binge watch the season, and then cancel their subscription. But if they split it over, like, 2 months, then they can charge you for 2 months. Wink at us more. Winking. Prime is like the only one that does that weird stuff. Yeah, usually you rent something, you get it. They're getting screwed on their licensing agreements. $16 is a theater ticket. Yeah, so why am I paying $25? Really annoying. I'm never giving Netflix or Disney money. I used to get Disney Plus because of Nat Geo. I really like Nat Geo. But it seems like their Nat Geo's YouTube channel is pretty well stocked. Unless there's like a specific documentary I'm looking forward to. Like the Cleopatra one. If buying isn't owning, pirating, etc, etc. We are moving into a digital landscape, yeah. Where you don't own anything you pay for. I mean, like... I guess it also opens doors. Because, like, I used to buy like an album a week. Or an album every second week. But I don't buy physical music anymore. But now I have access to millions of songs. But I guess I never really own them. Consumerism. Blinking like a lizard. Why do you hate me? Where's Calypso? I haven't seen him in a hot minute. But yes, I will be here tomorrow. I haven't put up any waiting rooms. I might lie down because everything hurts. I might lie down for a bit and then get up and put up some waiting rooms. But we'll be watching Obsession tomorrow if you wanna join. At some point I had like $200 in subscription stuff. It's so hard to keep track of. They get you. It's like Netflix, but you're like, I want to watch this movie, so you need Stan. But then you want to watch another movie, so then you need to get HBO, and then you need Disney Plus, and then you need Apple Music, but then you need Spotify, and then you need Amazon, and then Amazon Prime, and then Crunchyroll is a bonus, and then Shudder you pay for. Yeah, I've cut down on a lot of my subscriptions. That is why we can't still burn stuff on CDs. The good old days. The manga industry understands this. Piracy shows there's demand for it, but there's no legal way to get it with ease. I agree with that statement so hard. No, Mira, don't fall for it. Have a good rest. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And then, so that's tomorrow. And then on Friday morning, I will see you for the Morocco v France game. I think it's like half an hour. I'm gonna start an hour early than we usually start. So we can watch the game together. And then on Friday night, we're gonna play the Doom DLC, Revelation. And then, depending on how I feel Saturday, I probably have to do my taxes, collate my stuff to send to my accountant. But maybe I'll do a Discord movie night if anyone wants to pop in and watch a movie while I do my taxes, if I'm up for it. I'm gonna try and stream next week more consistently. I don't know, we'll see how my body goes. I mean, that's the plan. I don't wanna... Yeah. I don't wanna be away from the Ringmasters for too long. We're gonna FIFA lore dump pre-chat stream. I guess so. Sony also owns Crunchyroll, so irony is here. Wait, they do? Yeah, we're gonna play Doom. With VC? Sure, why not? Stream how your health allows it. We shall see. We shall see. The rest of the week sounds like it should be fun aside from the taxes. I mean, hopefully the taxes keep me occupied, keep my brain occupied so I don't feel Cyrate OD. I feel like I'm reading that wrong. Thank you for the follow. Just go the pace you can. We'll be here for you whenever you need. Thank you, thank you. Slow and steady. If you're not up to it, don't force it. Silly woman, we want you healthy. But YouTube doesn't. YouTube and Twitch don't care. They're like, die. Die, clown girl, die. But yes, I will see you tomorrow. But let me see who is online. Buttons. Loosen up my buttons, babe. Okay. What's this? Something Elia? Should we raid into Elia? This really cute clan called Mira Mayheme is online. Should we just keep streaming? One second. Water. I got a tickle in my throat. Sorry about that. Voice got too low, choked on water, choked on anything. Elia. Alright, we can raid into Elia. I think I think I did it on this one. But I will see you tomorrow if you're joining us for movie night. You need rest? Oh! Go get some rest. Sorry to hear that you're sick. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you, Sonku. Thank you. Keep going. I think that might answer your question. Yes, I feel a tickle in my throat. I haven't coughed in a few days, but I sometimes get a tickle when I talk. I don't know why. But yes, I will see you tomorrow. I missed you so much. I'm so glad I got to see you today. But please be good. Please stay safe. Please don't do anything I would do, like dying. And I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye.